Hi everybody, welcome to AstroVed's Live Connect show. So today we are going to discuss some very interesting questions which have been given by some users. Before that, I was discussing about moon in various houses. So I had been discussing about moon in the 6th house. So next let us go to the 7th house. Moon in the 7th house represents always thinking about the life partner or a love relationship and things like those. If it is a married person, he will also be thinking about his spouse. So, moon in the 7th house also relates to travel to foreign countries. So, moon in the 7th house is a very good thing because he will always be thinking about his relationships and trips to foreign countries and things like those. Now, let us move over to the questions posed by some of the users. Yes, the first question today is, hi, I am in 4th year of electronics engineering and my question is, what should I do after graduation, whether to go for masters, India or abroad, or prepare for government, technical or non-technical? Please guide the path. Okay, let me try answering this question. So, as far as the birth chart is concerned, the house representing the graduation is the 4th house. So, if we see the 4th house from the ascendant, it happens to be the Pisces house. The lord of the Pisces house is Jupiter, which is a very good thing, but unfortunately Jupiter is in the 12th house. So, the user has completed the graduation, so he is asking whether he has to go for higher studies or prepare for government jobs. Government jobs is represented by the planet Sun. Sun represents government organizations, the government, both the central and the state government, and jobs related to the government sector. So, if we try seeing the position of the Sun in the chart, Sun is also posited in the 12th house. So, both things relate to some difficult situations in his life. But let us see what planetary influence is there, that is what Mahadasha he is running. The user is running Venus Mahadasha and he is in the minor dasha of Mercury. So, generally speaking, in the chart Sun and Mercury combined together give Buddhaditya Yoga, which is very good for the higher intelligence and studies related things. So, I would suggest that better try for high studies as he is running the Mercury Sabdasha. So, you can also offer prayers in case you wish to go for government jobs in the future for a Sun. Like you can chant the mantra on Sundays by observing fast. The mantra which I am going to give to you is Om Surya Narayana Namaha. So, you can chant this 108 times on Sunday mornings and you can also observe fast on Sunday mornings. Try to observe non-veg avoidance on Sundays. So, next, coming back to our discussion regarding moon in various houses. Now, moon is the 8th house. What does the 8th house denote? 8th house denotes the longevity, accidents, hurdles in the path, and what we call gandas. So, basically when moon is positioned in the 8th house, the native will always be thinking about how long will I live, will my life be secure, will I meet any accidents. He will also be thinking about the negative things in life. So, he has to avoid that. So, he has to be positive minded and he has to go ahead in his life thinking about the positive things which are there for him. So, moon in the 8th house is not a very good thing because the native will always be thinking about such things. So, what he can do is that he should be more self confident. He can also observe the 8th house, the main Karaka planet is Saturn. So, on Saturdays and Mondays he can observe fast and he can also chant the mantra Om Sham Shanischaraya Namaha on Saturday mornings while observing fast 108 times. And on Mondays Om Chandraya Namaha, you can chant this mantra. That is what I would like to say when moon is in the 8th house. Alright. So, I was discussing something about astropsychology and astrology in general. So, astrology is a very in-depth subject. So, when you go into the subject, it will be a very interesting subject to begin with, but you have to be careful when you are observing and giving predictions for any client or user. So, you have to observe where the planets are located in all the houses and what each house denotes, and the lordship of the houses, where they are disposited, where they are posited, what aspects they make. So, when coming to aspects, Sun makes the 7th aspects on any house, Moon makes the 7th aspect, Mars makes the 4th, 7th and 8th aspects, Mercury makes the 7th aspect, then Jupiter makes 5th, 7th and 9th aspects on all the houses. Venus, the planet, feminine planet, makes the 7th aspect on houses. Next, coming back to Saturn, it makes the 3rd, 7th and 10th aspect on the planet houses, and Rahu and Ketu, they make the 7th aspect on all the houses. Alright. So, let us go back to the users section. So, the next question which has been asked is from Mr. Arvinder. Okay. So, let me read out the question first. I was demoted in my present job 4 years back, teacher job, because of elimination in one section of the class. When will I get back my previous pay scale? So, I am regular in meditation of stream breeze. I follow horror watch daily and religiously. I perform Tarpanam daily. Please suggest some remedies. So, Mr. Arvinder, so I am sorry that you are in a troublesome period in your life. I understand that. So, first let me point out that 4 years back, that is you have been running the Saturn Mahadasha. Mahadasha you are running even right now, Saturn Mahadasha, Saturn minor period, that is Bhukti. So, Saturn creates troubles, as you know, alright. So, that is over by 2015. Now, currently you are in the minor period of Ketu, which ends by 27 September 2019. So, as far as Ketu is concerned in your birth chart, Ketu is located in the 3rd house. 3rd house is almost a favorable position for Ketu. It will do good things for you. So, what you have been asking is whether you will get back your previous pay scale. So, let us concern the 10th house. When you see the 10th house, so the lord of the 10th house is Jupiter, and Jupiter is posited in the 5th house. Okay. So, you should be you are running the Ketu minor period. So, you should be getting back to normal and getting back the previous pay scale now. So, there will not be any problems regarding that. And other let us discuss the house of the gains, that is the 11th house. Saturn is positioned in the 11th house, which creates hurdles for you, that is you are not getting back the previous pay scale, things like those. So, what you can do is that on Saturdays you should be a bit more careful and pay favors for Lord Sanishwara. That is Saturdays, first thing is that chant this mantra, Om Sham Shanisharaya Namaha. Okay. You can observe fast on Saturdays, and you can stay calm on Saturdays and observe avoiding non-veg on Saturdays. So, this is the best thing. You can pay a visit to temples on Saturdays, particularly temples of Lord Vishnu. This you can do on Saturdays to avoid the negative things. Do not worry, you will get back to normal and you will get back the previous pay scale most probably before 27 September 2019. Okay. Now, let us go back to our discussion. Yes, now moon in various houses. So, when moon is in the 9th house, what will happen? The 9th house denotes father, the boss, okay, and also the dharma, that is good activities, religious activities, some slight spiritual inclinations and things like those. So, when moon is located in the 9th house, the native will always be thinking about his father. He will get attached to his father, he will be fond of his father, thinking about his father all the time, and then he will also be thinking about his boss if it is relevant in his career. So, he will always be thinking about the gods, the pujas and the worships. So, the 9th house is nothing but the house of the dharma. So, he will always be inclined towards doing good things for the people in his religious activities, in his daily chores. Okay. So, next let us go back to the questions. The next question asked is, the next question asked is from Sumit Kumar. When earliest can I get a job? At present I am jobless, can I get a job in airlines? Alright, Mr. Sumit Kumar, let me try answering your question. So, Sumit Kumar, you are jobless right now. Okay. So, let us analyze the first lagna, the strength of the lagna on the 10th house, the strength of the 10th house and the planets aspecting the 10th house. Okay. So, the lagna happens to be Pisces lagna, the lord is Jupiter. Okay. So, Jupiter is the Lagneshwara or the lord of the ascendant, and now Jupiter is positioned in the 9th house, which is a good thing. Alright. So, 10th house happens to be the Sagittarius house, whose lord is again Jupiter. So, as lord of the 10th house and lord of the lagna, Jupiter should do good things for you. Now, you are running the major dasha of Venus right from 30th April 2013 till April 29, 2033 for 20 years. Okay. You are right now in the subdasha, that is the minor period of Mars. I am sorry, it is not Mars, it is a moon till May 1st 2019. Thereafter you will run into the sub period of Mars, and after that you will run into the sub period of Rahu and Jupiter. You know, Mars, analyzing a chart, Mars is happens to be posited in Capricorn, that is Makara, and aspected by Rahu. So, Mars happens to be the lord of the 2nd and the 9th house. Okay. Mars happens to be the lord of the 2nd and the 9th house, which is a good thing. The 2nd house denotes wealth. Next comes the Rahu Sabdasha, after the Jupiter Sabdasha. So, this period starting from May 1st 2019 till March 1st 2026 should be a favorable period for your airlines dreams, because Rahu is connected with the airlines and foreign countries. That is one thing. And Jupiter as lord of the lagna and lord of the 10th house should also do good thing, because the lord of the ascendant will always do good things for the native in his dasha or antardasha. Alright. So, you can wait till that period and you can go ahead. That is, let me repeat it, it is from May 1st 2019 till March 1st 2026 will be a very favorable period for you. As far as the subdasha of moon is concerned right now, moon is the lord of the 5th house, okay, and it is positioned in the 2nd house. This period should be also slightly favorable for you. So, you can start putting in applications for airlines industry and you can go ahead. So, the forthcoming periods are very favorable for you. So, thank you very much, Sumit Kumar. Let me go back to my discussion about moon in various houses. Okay. The 10th house. The 10th house represents career, profession, fame, prestige and honor in the society. So, the 10th house denotes success in life. If the 10th house is strong, it does not let a person down in his life. So, So, when moon is positioned in the 10th house, the native will always be thinking about his career, his successes, how to get successful in life. So, he will be very positive minded and will be working hard towards it. So, it is a very good thing to have moon in the 10th house in your birth chart. What does 10th house denote? On other hand, 10th house is also concerned with general successes in careers and other things. So, it is mainly the Jivanasthana. So, when you have moon in the 10th house, the person will be very prestigious and honorable in the society, because he always tends to think about the futuristic things concerned with his professional successes, and he will always be working towards it, striving to work hard and to achieve. He will be a go-getter in his life. So, about other things, let me come back to the question. Yes, the question which has been asked now is by Mr. Arun. The question is, when will I construct a house? That is what the question denotes. Alright, let me analyze the birth chart of the native, that is Mr. Arun. Okay. House. House is represented by the 4th house. Alright. So, 4th house from Lagna, the Lagna happens to be in his birth chart, the Lagna happens to be the Cancer, alright, and then the Lord of the Lagna is Moon. Okay. The 4th house from the Lagna is nothing but Libra, whose Lord is Venus. Okay. Venus is also concerned with house. Okay. Now, which dasa is he running right now? Right now, the native is running the Ketu Mahadasha, and the Antardasha Venus Antardasha. So, as I said earlier, the 4th house, whose Lord is Venus, that dasha is the current planetary influence for the native. So, it is good to construct the house right now, that is the period from 17th November 2018 till January 17, 2020. This is a very favorable period for you, as Venus is located in the 2nd house from the ascendant. The 2nd house denotes wealth. So, you can spend your procured wealth and construct the house. It is a very favorable time, as you are running the Ketu Dasha and Venus Antardasha. Okay. Let me say something more about your birth chart. Alright. So, you are running the Ketu Dasha, right? Ketu is posited in the 12th house, which is quite favorable for Ketu. Ketu being a malefic planet, being in the Dusthana house, it will be a good thing for Ketu. So, this Dasha favors you are constructing the house. So, I repeat the period, it is from 17 November 2018 till January 17, 2020. The time till January 17, 2020 is very favorable for you to construct the houses. So, let me get back to my discussion. Yes, the 11th house, the house of the gains, the house of income and all those things. The Lord of the 11th house must be very strong in the natal horoscope to get lot of gains and wealth. What will happen if the moon is posited in the 11th house in the natal chart? If the moon is posited in the 11th house in the natal chart, the native will always be thinking about gains, how to get lot of gains. If it is business, always how to make out money, even if it is 1 rupee or 1 crore. So, how to get from others' pocket and things like those. So, he will always be thinking about accumulating wealth and growing rich and rich. So, when moon is posted in the 11th house from the Lagna, he will always be thinking about how to amass a great wealth in his life. So, generally moon in the 11th house will drive a person towards amassing a great wealth in his life. It is also concerned with the house of the rewards. So, how to be successful in all your maneuvers. So, he will always be thinking as to how to emerge successful in society and to become a great person by amassing riches. He will always be money minded to be very short. This is all about moon in the 11th house. Okay. Let us go back to the question. Yes, the question is from Mr. Madan Mohan. The question is, which color scooty is better for me? Well, this is a very interesting question. So, generally we have lot of choices for colors of vehicles when we are buying it. So, this user is very concerned about the color of the scooty which will suit him. Okay. Let us analyze his birth chart. Alright. Yes, vehicles is represented by the 4th house. So, the 4th house from the ascendant happens to be Scorpio. Alright. So, a Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So, Mars, so you can choose colors like reddish brown, red or things like those. Okay. The 4th house is also aspected by Jupiter. So, Jupiter represents yellow color. So, you can also take up yellow color. So, the colors which I am going to guide you with is either yellow or reddish brown or red. Okay. So, all the very best, have a great time. You can buy a scooty of these colors and have a great time in life. Okay. Let us see the strength of the 4th house. The 4th house happens to be Scorpio. The lord of the 4th house is Mars, and Mars is located in the 8th house. So, Mars in the 8th house, Mars being a malefic planet located in the 8th house, it is quite favorable position for Mars, and that is why the user is very specific about buying vehicles and concerned with the vehicles. Alright. Moon is positioned in the 3rd house, and it is along with the Sun and Mercury. Okay. So, as I said earlier, you can choose these colors for your vehicles and go ahead, have a great time. Okay. So, next question is from Mr. Parameshwar. Before we go into Mr. Parameshwar, let us go back to moon in various houses. Moon in the 12th house. 12th house is a house of moksha, salvation. Okay. What else does 12th house indicate? 12th house indicates expenditure, losses, and leaving the motherland and going to foreign countries. Alright. So, when moon is in the 12th house, the native will always be having a bitterness towards life. He will not like the everyday activities. He will be irritated in everyday activities and try to be alone. That is avoiding the everyday life activities and routines and other people, the society, things like those. It is also the house of the sannyasa. It is also concerned with the losses and expenditure. So, the native will always thinking, why is that I am having a lot of losses and expenditure? Why is that I am spending so much money? Be it investments, be it he will also be spending a lot of thoughts on investments and brokerage and share markets. So, why am I always concerned with losses? Why am I losing money? Things like those. Okay. So, that is all about moon in the 12th houses. So, we have come to the end of moon in all the houses. Let me go to the last report given by Mr. Parameshwar. So, I answered NET exam on 18 December 2018. Can I clear that? Alright, Mr. Parameshwar, let me try answering your question. Any exams, competitive exams is represented by the 3rd house, and success in competitive examinations is represented by the 6th and the 8th houses. Let us analyze these houses in a birth chart, and let me give you a possible question for your query. Okay. Now, you are running the major dasha of Mercury, and you are running the sub dasha of Mercury again. Okay. Well, the lagna happens to be Gemini. The lord of the lagna is Mercury. So, you are running the Mercury Mahadasha and Antardasha, which is a very good period for you. Alright. So, usually the Lord of the ascendant will do only favorable things for the native, and you are also running the sub period of the Lord of the ascendant, that is Mercury. So, which is a very favorable time for you. So, you answer the NET exam on 18th December 2018, which is in the Mercury Dasha and Antardasha. So, most probably you should be very successful in your exam, you should clear that. So, that is my opinion. Well, let us analyze the third house. The third house from the Lagna happens to be Leo, whose lord is Sun, and it is posted in Lagna. So, it is a good thing, and it is posted along with Jupiter. Now, so what I would rather say is that you should be successful in your examination. Let us see about the 6th and the 8th houses. The 6th house from the Lagna happens to be Scorpio, and the 8th house happens to be Capricorn, whose lords are respectively Mars and Saturn. Now, Mars is posited in the 10th house, okay, and Saturn happens to be posted in the 7th house. So, you can clear that. As I said earlier, it is the you are running the Mahadasha and the Sabdasha of Mercury. Mercury is an ascendant lord, so you should clear that easily. So, there can be no problem in that and no doubt in that. Okay. So, we have come to the discussion, and I hope you enjoyed this program. I have been answering all the questions from the users, and I have been giving my comments and suggestions, which have been very useful, which should have been useful for all the users. So, have a great time. We will meet again in AstroVed's Live Connect. Thank you.